and welcome to my channel, Fred Makes Things. Today is my September resin review, resin discussion video. I don't have a whole lot to discuss, but we'll talk about what I have. Primarily, I am focusing on the Sophie and Toffee Pixie box, a couple of their molds and things that came out of their July, August, and September boxes. July was Carnival. August was, or was it the other way around? Yeah, July was their Jurassic box. August was their Carnival box, and then September was their Spooky box. And yeah, so I tried to do like a couple of pieces from each one. I did a lot more, but these are the ones that turned out. I guess you can mainly see this giant Ferris wheel. It turned out pretty well, I think, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. And then this like little container is what I still have sitting around. These are from a previous box. These are the only things that survived my last resin review discussion, resin review. And these are the only two things that didn't like utterly fail. Everything else I ended up chucking out. So those were just in there because, I don't know, I have them floating around. The other thing from that resin review, my last resin review, resin fail, was this little baby dinosaur or dragon. It's a dragon, really. It came in the dinosaur box, but it has wings, so it's a little baby dragon. This was a baby dragon and an egg, right? So you made the dragon and then you put it in an egg mold. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure if I want this dragon to go into the egg or a different dragon. I like how the coloring on this guy turned out. I did green mica powder on the interior of the mold, and then I filled it with black translucent resin. And then when they were mostly set, I took one side out and sandwiched it onto the other side. The back turned out really nice, but the front's a little bit wonky. So I'm not sure if this is going to make it into a box or not, but I wanted you to see how he turned out here before being encased in the egg. You can kind of see along the seam too that the tail doesn't quite fit and the face doesn't quite fit, but the back looks really good. Like, it's pretty much perfectly lined up. So I'm not sure how one side worked and one side didn't, but this is him. I kind of like the multicolor, multi-tone of this with the black coming through a bit. So I'm pretty happy. Check back in a future review discussion to see if he's the one that made it into the egg or if I end up doing a different one. I'm not sure. The other one that I have is this green shaker mold. I haven't finished it yet because it's a little soft, so I'm not sure if I'm actually going to turn it into a shaker or not, but I thought it turned out pretty cool for what I have it as. So this was from the September Spooky box. Then I have this little balloon dog. This was just some extra resin that I had. It's super, super soft. So I can't use this for anything, but it is holding his shape. So again, I wanted you to see it. This was from the Carnival box, I believe. Then this came out really kind of neat, right? It's got some swirly blue in it, a whole bunch of air bubbles, and this was resin I forgot to pour. So this is cured in the little pouring cup that I had, and I think it came out really neat. So I kind of had it sitting around. See, so this is my thing, is that like the resin is curing on its own, and yet some of my molds are still coming out really soft like this dog, somewhat soft like this guy, hard like this one, or doesn't even cure at all. So I have no idea why some projects are working out and some are not. Yeah, so that's what's in here. These are the stickers because I'm going to add more stickers to this, but I just haven't. And then this is just all of my like resin pieces. That are, I thought were dry when I stuck in here, but look like some of them are not. Anyway, yeah, so this is done. Let's talk about this guy. This is what I focused on this month, this Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel comes from the Carnival mold. And then I did a couple of extra pieces from the Spooky box too. The Spooky box had a earring mold, and so I used the earring mold. I did pumpkins and witches' hats. All of my pumpkins came out soft. All of them. I did 2 rounds, and both rounds the pumpkins came out soft. The witches' hats are, like, the black ones are really hard, but the green ones are also really soft. So again, like, I don't know what's going on with those. But we have those. Then we have these guys here, just these medallions. I'm going to put stickers and stuff on them to make them more spooky too. I just haven't had a chance because I'm still in the process of casting everything for these so that each side gets 2 like little medallions, because it looks cooler when we do that. Then I cast this witch. I just have tape on it right now just to see what it looks like. But I cast this witch in black translucent resin with rose gold glitter, and that's how this came out. I'm using it as like a medallion for the front of the Ferris wheel. And then these 2 little spooky ghosts, I had them for these medallions to spin, but the hole is too small, so I just added them here as decoration. And then I'll take these off now because, like I said, they're kind of just there for show, to show you what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to attach them with some sort of removable, here's the back of this. I'm going to attach them with some sort of removable thread or elastic or something so that I can keep the base of this Ferris wheel the same and change it depending on the season. So right now it's set up for Halloween, but I'll set it up for like Christmas or spring or summer as well. I attempted a galaxy look with this using the neons that came in September's box, right? You can see some of the purple in here, some of the blue, and then I mixed, I think, the blue and the yellow to make a neon green, or there might be a neon green in there as well. Anyway, I did some experimentation, and this is how it came out. The wheel looked pretty cool, I think. And then I did some gold glitter that I had. So here's the front. Here's the back. The back of the Ferris wheel isn't as nice because all of the glitter sunk, but I still think it looks pretty cool. The back of the support here, I'm not sure what that is. And then the base, I don't know if you can see it easily, is a translucent black with glitter as well. But I know you can see the top, but like, look how well this spins. Wait. Okay, it doesn't spin super well right now because I don't have both sides done. There we go. Okay, I'll include a video of it being upright and spinning so you can see how well it spins. But it spins really, really well. I think I'm going to make a couple of these in a couple of different colors as well. And like I said, I'm going to finish it so that each side has a double medallion like this pink one, so that it spins. Like when I had them all doubled up to spin, it spun really well, but it wasn't really well balanced. And I kind of wanted to show you what it looked like. Well, what one side looked like completed. So yeah, that's this guy for you. And then I had some other things that I tried to do. Like I said, I made this witch for here, but then I thought it was too dark, so I also made the ghost using the ghost mold, but that never set, so I couldn't use it on here. I made another one of these guys, shaker molds, trying to make it harder so that I could fill it, and it didn't set up properly either. I'm beginning to think it has everything to do with the humidity here in New England. In that when I did my first casting on my first day, that's where all of this stuff came from, for the most part. All of this came from my first day of casting, except for this green witch's hat and this pinky purple medallion, we'll call it. But everything else that I talked about today came from that first day of casting, and for the most part everything from that day set up, except for the green, or except for the neon orange pumpkins. Then on the second day of casting, like even these ghosts came from the first day of casting, and they're basically perfect. And then on my second day of casting, I did, like I said, these green ones. I did another pair of pumpkins. I also did like the skeleton hands, another set of ghosts, the ghost that came like the witch, the shaker mold, and a couple of other things, and only only this and these purple ones came out. And I think that on the second day the humidity spiked, and that's what caused them all from not curing properly. But that's just my thought, right? Because this was poured from the first day and it cured beautifully. So, and I didn't have any left over on the second day. I should have, and maybe that would have told me whether or not it's the curing. But yeah, when I'm done with my round of sewing, because I'm currently doing a bunch of sewing, I'm going to come back to the resin, but I ran out of time this month to continue doing more with this project. Also, not having resin cure because of the humidity is a bit disheartening, so I'm waiting a little bit until I can have consistent days of lower humidity. So yeah, that's my resin review for this month. Sorry it was all over the place. Hopefully talking about it made sense to you. If you want more resin style content, I'm not sure if